So you find yourself playing Oceania in Cities and Nights, eh? And you want to win. You want the best way to win. Well, you've come to the right place because I have figured that out. So what you want to do is actually not build either your starting settlement or your starting city on the coastline. You want to build inland. You want to build on 3 hexes for each of them so that you're on a roll with resource acquirement. And if you notice, my city that I started with, it is on a 10 wheat, a 4 sheep, and a 4 stone. That means I automatically am guaranteed to start out with the activated knight because I can build my knight with a stone and a sheep and then activate it with the wheat. So from the get-go, I know when the barbarians attack, I'm safe. Unless, of course, someone uses deserter, but the likelihood of someone getting a coin, paying for that city improvement, getting deserter and using it on the first go-round of the barbarians is highly unlikely. Now, from your mainland, your inland starting positions, you then want to build towards the coast, and you don't want to build towards the outside of the board or the top or the bottom or whatever. You want to build towards the inside of the board because, as we know in Oceania, you have all these hidden hexes in the middle. Some are water hexes, and it's very unfortunate to discover those, but most of them are resource hexes, and whenever you discover one, you get 1 card of that resource. But then also you get the joy of being able to build in the middle, whereas not every player is going to be able to do that. Now, of course, this is all easily simulated against the computers, which is what you're seeing. But if you play online, it's very cutthroat, so just be aware. Now, from my 6 stone, 4 stone, as I get Defender, Catan, Victory Point, you also want to try to get those as much as you can, along with Longest Road, but save Longest Road for later in the game. So from my 6 stone, 4 stone, I built the ship towards the 6 wood instead of going the other, more direct way towards the Oceania hidden tiles. And the reason I did this is the main part of the strategy. If I can land a settlement on the tip of that 6 wood, then I have effectively blocked off blue from basically ever getting towards the middle of the board and discovering these hidden hexes. And that's what you want to do. If you can minimize the chances of the other players getting towards the middle of the board and giving yourself basically an open route directly to those middle hexes and potentially discovering gold, because 1 or 2 of them will be gold, then you really have it going on, because then you will later have a bunch of hexes and a bunch of different numbers, a variety of numbers to draw from when your rolls get going, and you have maybe multiple 6s, multiple 8s, multiple 4s, and you'll have all kinds of resources coming in, whereas they will get pushed to the outsides on the fringes of the board and have to fight for those few spaces to build on. So you can see, as I get another Defender Catan Victory Point, and you want to get those early in the game because it's either playing against computers or playing online, that gets way more cutthroat later in the game because people later in the game have started to build up their knights. They have the level 3 politics bonus, which allows them to upgrade level 2 knights to level 3 mighty knights. So it's really hard to battle it out, but if you can get a maybe 1 or 2 early in the game when people are having trouble building up their knight power, you're golden. And now we have a ship on our 6 wood, and now here goes our settlement. And you can see that purple never tried to come over to the 6 wood. They still have a chance to get over to the main hidden hexes in the middle, but they need to build either 2 roads from down to the tip of the 5 wheat, or they need to build 1 more road, build a settlement on the 5 wheat 11 brick to get the wheat port, and then build ships to go all the way around the 11 brick to then get to the hidden hexes. But you can see purple on the other side of the board has already successfully discovered an 11 brick on the middle of the board. And as blue gets longest road, keep that in mind. We will take that later because you want an easy way to get 2 victory points. If you're already building your ships towards the middle of the board, you're already kind of by design going for longest road. So just keep that in mind. So on the left side of the board, where purple has discovered the 11 brick, I have my city still standing with the 9 brick, 8 sheep, 9 wheat. Now, it's kind of not realistic to go to the middle of the board if you build on both separate islands in Oceania. So I would just say hit it from one side because you can focus all your efforts. You will be more in the running for longest road rather than trying to divide your shipping routes, and it'll just work out better overall because the left side, that's just a strong area for, I got a city on, so I get 2 brick and 2 wheat off a single 9 roll, and then an 8 rolled, of course, to get a sheep and a cloth. And then they took my road away with using diplomat, so I'm not even worried about the area because I could get a 3-4 import, but in cities and knights you can just get merchant by buying into your cloth upgrades. And then there's a 12 stone over there, which I'm not too worried about either. So at this point, I've discovered a 10 stone and a 3 brick. Purple is ahead of the game. They've already discovered 4 different hexes, but they still haven't discovered the gold. But at this point, me and blue are the ones that are really, in contention to win this game because purple's only at 3 points. And that brings me to my next point. Yes, it's very good to discover the hidden areas in the middle, but make sure you have a good amount of cities and settlements built up on the 2 outer islands before you really start exploring, because purple is essentially using most of their resources to go explore, but it's kind of a zero-sum game. You're just going to keep running out of resources just to discover more hexes, but you're not really building anything. You need to build settlements and then go explore. Settlements explore a little more. So you see I built my settlement on the 3 brick 10 stone in the middle, and I got that set in stone for the rest of the game, and then I can continue to explore a little more. And all the while, you'll see I'm now at 13 victory points. Try to keep in mind to take a metropolis. So you see that I did, and then I locked it in because I have the level 5 cloth bonus or cloth city upgrades. So that metropolis will never get taken away. And here I do discover a water hex, which is unfortunate, but I just put down another ship and it's one continuous line in my shipping route. So although I didn't discover a hex, I am that much closer to taking longest road, and which I will do to win this game. So yes, to sum it up, build in the inland first on the 2 outer islands, and then build towards the coast and then towards the center of the board to the hidden hexes. Take longest road because you're kind of doing that by design. Get a city metropolis, and other than that, try to get a few Defender of Catan victory points early in the game, and it's pretty much a fail-proof design. But of course, the unlucky with the dice, or players targeting you with their progress cards or their 7 rolls, could hinder you from attaining such victory. But pretty much overall, it's not a bad strategy. Let me know what you all think. See you later.